Hello, friends. Hello, friends. So, if you are having humongous emotions, the emotions are overwhelming, you are dual minded, you are not able to think or take a decision, you suffer sometime taking decisions, and you always need a validation. You are also extremely creative, or maybe your creative mind people don't understand, and you are externally not able to connect in that manner. Then you are the sign which is called Pisces, which is I feel it's a old soul. It's a, element of water because it's in Pisces, especially if your moon is resting in here in this, especially in the Pisces sign. You have a wisdom of old soul. You are thoughts are very mature. It's a first signal that this is the final zodiac of the zodiac sign. So from Aries to Pisces, Pisces is the last one. So Pisces is like a ocean. Pisces is like where most of the rivers are going to meet. So all sign we talk about eventually end up with Pisces is where the eventually there is a, like, there is no there is no, you cannot measure the distance of ocean because it's so infinite, it's very big. You cannot, as a human being, we cannot really find out how to measure the distance. You cannot able to see your views also. So you aren't just a water sign. If you see the water trine is like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The Cancer is one which is like a very I say it's like a small uh, river kind of thing, and then you have a Scorpio which is like a frozen ice, which is like everything is suppressed below the ground, and the one of the area which we see is a Pisces is like an ocean. It's like a huge deep ocean. Now ocean is Pisces is like an ocean where you can see a lot of currents, deep currents are there. So while on surface you see it's a very simple one or probably a very silent, but ocean is ocean. It's carry a lot of deep secrets or deep knowledge which never come into picture. And they also are two minded because they can't take a decision because they caught always between the physical world and a rich imaginative their interior mind, which is like they doesn't come out of it easily. So the person blurred with ages, so he confused. Fundamentally, he's a spiritual person who born with the spiritual sense where he in life once at least he will go in sort of isolation. He want to remain isolation. He is in the crowd, but he don't like crowd. He will be alone in the crowd. So it's like he's trying to be grounded many times, but it is very difficult for him because he want to grounded like here and now, but it's one of the difficult area which they face in this life. Now thoughts are also extremely ocean. Like the moon in Pisces, basically the subconscious mind is extremely strong, and it is like a huge reservoir where the kind of intuitions or thoughts are coming, which are like you even as a normal person cannot even imagine inside their mind how they are really driving the entire ocean in their mind. So there is no beginning, there is no end. So what is a gift you have? You possess a natural intuitions and borders on the psychic. Okay, so a person can extremely go into a spiritual inclination. He will actually lose the connect with the present world, and he will get into a trance or thoughts in that kind of manner. Whereas if there is also some of the challenges you may face because your boundaries are so delicate between the physical world and thoughts between the, you get into a glitch or probably a form of you get into a trance where you are not able to reconnect with the physical thoughts. This becomes really challenging because you're very incredibly vulnerable you become, so you don't know how to deal with that, and you absorb the moods of a room or a people around you, and that actually impacts you a lot. You're like a sponge. You just absorb the energy because that kind of interior mind or inside mind is really capable of, is absorbing that thoughts, and that's where people love to be with you, because you are absorb their challenges and they feel refreshed after meeting you. So it's, but it's a double-edged sword. Okay, you are naturally gentle and charitable, you always very very charitable, you help others, you want to help others. How can you, and with the free of your heart, and it doesn't keep anything expectation out of it, but you just help others. But the advice here is that this leads to a shadowy worry, because unfortunately, because of your helping nature, people are bound to depend on you and they take you granted. That's the difficult task you have to deal with. And unfortunately, you can't say no to anyone. That is your another challenge you are having, that assertiveness you're missing many times to speak about self. I can't do it, I don't handle it. Something like that, you cannot speak on that. You are very stressed, your body feels it when you are stressed, because majority of your challenge moves to the mind, and where you are actually having a stress that comes to your body. And this is a direct reflection of your emotional peace. So if you disturbed, it is impact everything surrounding, also you impact, and that's the become challenge. So you require comfort and refuge. That's where you need to be really keep self conscious, how to protect yourself, avoid crowd, avoid getting into too much of people around, because you are so absorbing capabilities. You have to avoid some of the bad souls. You need to protect yourself, use those protection to ensure that you are mentally stable or don't get any kind of distress because of uh, the the noise and the challenges from the world. You need to protect yourself. Now, if you see the, it's a Jupiterian sign. So Jupiter owns Sagittarius and Pisces. Sagittarius Mool Trikona, it's a fiery sign where the person can, while getting the higher wisdom, the person will go in a manner where in a war-like situation he will handle that conversation, and he will be a little bit assertive also to handle his own challenge. He will be form of a guru, try to address it. But when it comes to the Pisces, you are absorbing nature. You are a guru, but with the absorbing nature. Absorbing nature means you are bound to, while you are trying to explain others, sometime you are not able to explain others. Sometime people don't understand you what you are trying to explain, and your lot of energy got wasted there to explain others. So you are a person who need to be introspect. You need to person need to be focus on inside rather than externalizing self and trying to match their expectation. It's a bad thing Pisces will have. So they should avoid this. The planet like Venus get exalted here. It's a very simple reason. Pisces again is a planet of love. It reaches the highest expression. So, in other words, it's to called Vishnu Pada, where the Vishnu's feet are there, where the Lakshmi resides, and hence the Venus is a Lakshmi, and where Venus become exalted in this sign. You also understand this is a sign of a bed. So if Venus gets exalted in Pisces, is something the characteristics of that house to nurture the relationship with your family, nurture the relationship with your own people, partner. That is the sign where Venus gets exalted here. And you just don't just love, but you universalize the love. And this is a very selfless kind of love, poetic, a lot of creativity you get into you because of the Venus creativity, imagination. You have a very plethora of intuitive nature and thoughts you get. So combination of it becomes a very absolutely great writers, great thought leaders, uh, empathetic leaders can be found from Pisces. But yes, they are nurturing the world. They are born to nurture the world, to give them the knowledge, but at the same time, they need to protect themselves, because at certain point of the life, you will go inside. Your thoughts go inside, and this is where the spiritual progress can start. Debilitated, it's Mercury, because Mercury is a transaction planet. He believes in all the business nature, give and take, and This is what something which Pisces guys cannot understand. They cannot handle Mercury well. So you find the Mercury is debilitated. You feel Pisces people sometimes not able to express what they want to explain, or their thoughts are very random or very fast. The other person not able to get that kind of expectation or quality what they are expecting on the conversation. So they are extremely potential, but they are overutilized or underutilized, I will say. Rather than over, I will say underutilized, because they are not able to understand the other person. And also their Mercury here is struggle with logic. Mercury doesn't understand. So Pisces is also sign of a let go, where losses are there. So Mercury comes here, it will be a loss. Mercury only understand the transaction, doesn't understand losses. So that is another difficult area which Mercury cannot able to handle in Pisces. So you day to day life, when you see in the sixth house, is in the sixth house where you can Mercury becomes very extremely positive in terms of managing day to day challenges. Pisces, it's all trajectory which is tangent, which goes beyond Mercury's uh, typical management story, and that is where it becomes very difficult for Mercury to handle. So you Pisces guys are looking for a big picture, and Mercury is talk about now, talk about this moment, talk about this transaction. So that's where the Mercury gets difficult. It is also a sign of moksha. So in Vedic astrology, we call it as a house of liberation. Pisces is a house of liberation. The soul want to liberate. So when you born with specific sign like Pisces, it is most purpose is that this person is going to have some kind of spiritual progress or spiritual thought he need to build. So when you talk about the universe inside your mind, like the external universe is there, Pisces is the perfect example where there is a universe, there is an ocean of universe is available inside their mind, but they can't express it because it is not possible for them to explain it. So that bridges become difficult for them. So Pisces individuals often feel they are in this world, but not of this world. So they always feel they are always confusion. Am I available? Am I doing this in the right manner in this world? I'm really able to address it, or I will be always in that trance. So there is a confusion that will keep going on whole life till the time they understand their purpose in life. So Pisces guys, keep in mind that there is going to be a extremely great spiritual path, and that's where they need to really focus on. Now I'll go back to the Pisces. When you see Pisces, they are the most or either least bothered about their finances, and that is an area where their accumulation of wealth is become sometimes difficult for them, because they give secondary treatment to their wealth. They give secondary treatment to accumulation because they are more interested. If they are desire, someone come to their home and ask for money, they without even thinking they just give that money. So Pisces people need to be very, very careful in giving money, because a kind of poorness is also ability for Pisces, and they get into that trap very easily. So they need to be manage that stuff very well. They are very homely as far as their siblings are concerned, extremely homely. They love to have food together, they love to share the food together, and there is kind of even their siblings are really do well in their life. So those things happens with Pisces. Pisces has a free will as far as his home piece is concerned. Pisces gain into trance, the home environment will get disturbed. And I will tell you why in the next few minutes. Because this is a house where they need to put efforts. This is a house they need to maintain a karma that this is my home. My mind is not home. My home is actually my home, where I need to care my family and work with family and see that maintained, because they are always in the trance. They forget where are they sitting. Their peace is there in mind, not in the home. So that's where they need to address. They're very emotional for the children, extremely emotional. They just love their children really more than anything else. I think they love children. They want to have children. If they are not Pisces girls who are not conceiving, they, I will say, they are most painful people. I think they go through if they don't get children. So that's where they love their mother like a child. Also, they love their mother like a child. They want to, even when mother get, or father get old, especially mother get old, they want to take care like child. They will give their own private time for their mother also. That's the Pisces quality. Extremely great. They have challenge in the managing day-to-day routine. They are little laid back in many works. So if you ask them, okay, you get ready by 2 o'clock and then we'll start, something like the spouse or partner say, they will not get ready in time. And day-to-day work, they always delay. So sometime they are making food at 3 o'clock, morning breakfast they're doing at 12 o'clock. That kind of things can happen because they don't give importance to the daily routine. And that's very important. They need to focus because that is their prarabdha, where they get maximum challenges there and they need to address it. And that is reason where you see the spouse is very critic. Pisces has the biggest challenge or biggest badhaka or challenge they have to handle is their marriage or partner. If they are able to successfully handle their marriage and they successfully manage their partner, it's a big success in this life, because the maximum Pisces people face maximum challenges as far as their is with the partner is very practical. He will be very critic. If you don't get good food, he will going to shout on it. He say, this is not going to work. So this is where the Pisces people really handle well. Pisces have a challenge. They suppose Pisces women especially, they get into work and they, while working, they forget they are doing something and they just get into their own thoughts and all. And eventually the husband will start, okay, where is my food? Why you are taking so much of time? And this can become a battleground. And that is a reason they need to careful, especially with food aspect and all. They need to really handle well. And they need to be focusing on daily routine. That is the prarabdha. They should not forget, this is a life, this is a real life, and they need to live with this. Now coming back to their eighth house, so this is like their in-laws. So what happened with the Pisces guys? Pisces guys challenge is to handle the relationship with in-laws. So it's not bad. They are, so when the relationship becomes challenging, so that is where they face the maximum challenge. So they, in relationship with in-laws is going to be very crucial. And but if the relationship maintained well, there is going to be a good bonhomie kind of relationship. Everything will be great. Pisces having a challenge with their father. It's a troublesome. Sometime father get into a troublesome area. Father is a challenging aspect of there. The guru is not getting, or father is the challenge. Higher wisdom conversations they are not getting linked with. That's where they need to really, they can't do it. That's the kind of karma they have. So father and their relationship, while is okay, but father face some kind of trouble, and he will be very desireful father. So, and that is where Pisces will run and put spend time on building their own story behind father and see that how can father be happy and all those things. Pisces are great as far as their jobs are concerned. They've been very in career. They will be very connected well and building a good relationship with colleagues. They're little fiery, become sometime adamant, but yet they are a good solution provider or consultant or guidance to the colleagues and the authorities as well. So they are a good contributor in the organization. So that's a great thing. They are always believe that my karma is my gain. So how much I do work, so they give a lot of efforts to their work and they spend a lot of time. They become workaholic. And their friends are also like workaholic friends. So there is a lot of friends who from their um, job or from their career side, they become their normal friends, real friends. So it's not that some people have professional friends are different and normal friends are different, but there is a combination where professional friends become their good friends. So a lot of each other's home they go and been very productive. and that way they maintain that social network. But the social network is great, it's not that bad. um, Pisces people have kind of desire of isolation. They love isolation. As soon as they get opportunity, they want to get into isolation. They also have a desire to achieve some progress in spirituality in this life. At certain point of time, their awakening thoughts will come. They want to focus on that. They want to build on that. And especially if the Libra sign comes in the eighth house from the Pisces, it is clearly indicating they actually can focus on uh, uh, kind of kundalini and all those areas they want to really focus on, and they get into that. They are want to give full devotion to their uh, sadhana. If they start doing meditation and all that, they will do really well in that. And yes, they can achieve if they want to achieve, but virtually you can call it as like it's a sign which is in the last phase of life cycle, and their ways they want to see how can they get the spiritual progress. So I will finally I can say that the Pisces moon or rising is actually a call to balance. They need to balance their life. They need to handle their family. They need to manage their home environment. And there is always a bridge between mundane and the divine. So divine, you go behind divine, but don't forget you have a real life as well, which you need to pass on. So while you may struggle with the harshness of the reality, but remember your sensitivity is the greatest strength, and you aren't lost at sea, but you are carrying a sea in your mind. So that's it from my side. Hope you like my video, and do share. If you like this video, do share with the Pisons, and let them also enjoy from your friends and family and relatives. And yes, subscribe my channel, and like and comment if you are a Pisces and you agree with me my points, or you have some more area you want to add. Thank you so much and have a great day.